What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part today. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because for this video we'll be taking a look at a Christmas movie that took me by surprise actually with its unique take on a certain aspect of Christmas, and that would be Klaus. So this movie was released on Netflix back in 2019, and what I like about the film is how it serves as a origin story as to what kids associate Christmas with. But before we get into that, we need to talk about how the story starts things off by telling the audience that one of the big things that sort of kickstarts the holiday season is when kids start to write letters to Santa. And that's when the movie lets you know that this whole story is going to be mainly focusing on the first letters that were sent to Santa Claus, which is where we first take a look at our main character, Jasper, who is the spoiled son of the Postmaster General, and when his funds get cut off, his dad makes a deal with him to where if he goes to this town and collects a certain amount of mail, then he'll be able to go back to his glamorous lifestyle. Seems pretty easy enough, except that there is a big rivalry in this town between two families that has lasted for decades, to the point where everyone just wants to beat the crap out of each other. And this is the town where he's supposed to be the mailman. Surely enough, Jasper realizes that this is going to be a lot harder than he expected, but later on in the film we do get our first glimpse of Mr. Klaus, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who is this big lumberjack guy who chops trees in the woods and lives in a very old house filled with some creepy old toys. As it turns out, Klaus is a nice guy who loves making toys for kids, and when the two make their first delivery, that is when we begin to see the origins of Santa Claus. And what I love about this movie is that we gradually start to see the beginnings of all the magical aspects we associate with Christmas. We start to see how kids begin writing letters to Santa, learning about the naughty or nice list, and midway through the movie we even get to see the origins of Santa's sleigh. But even though the movie tends to focus on where and how Christmas began, at the very center of it, the story focuses on how Jasper gradually gets the ball rolling and starts to make a difference in this town, and not just the kids but in the adults as well. And one of my favorite parts that actually made me tear up a bit is when you see both Jasper and Klaus make a toy delivery to a very special kid who lives way beyond the town and speaks a completely different language. Oh my god, I don't care if it's in a movie or in real life, but seeing a kid's reaction when they open their presents is priceless. I cannot wait to have kids so that I can watch them open their presents on Christmas morning. Anyway, going back to the story, while we do see how Jasper and Klaus are changing the hearts of everyone in this town, we still have that rivalry conflict between the two families whose names I cannot remember. Fun fact, one of the members of those two families is played by Jessie from Toy Story. But even though this conflict plays somewhat of a role in this story, it only leaves a small impact during the final act. And honestly, I'm okay with that because most of the movie seems to focus on the idea that if we are kind to each other, we'll live in a kind world. I also like to think that this is the story's overall meaning of Christmas, where during the holiday season, this is the time where we set aside our anger and grudges and be more kind to each other. So overall, I really like this movie, as it is my sister's favorite Christmas movie and really caught me by surprise. Because originally, before I saw the movie, I was like, we're watching a cartoon Christmas movie and it's from Netflix, so it could be hit or miss. Oh god, just start the movie. Boy, I have never been so happy to be wrong in my life, and I ate every single one of those words. Also, watching this on Christmas Eve right before the clock strikes midnight, it just makes this film more magical. So if you're looking for a different kind of Christmas movie to watch, I highly recommend you go to Netflix and watch this film. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review for Klaus. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button so you can get the latest updates from this channel. I want to wish you all a very happy holiday season, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.